Late night drive. I was coming home from a late night club party. Oops, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Richard. I live with some of my friends Charles, Ava, Alex, Alan, Daniel, Bob, Kyle, Jack, George, Olivia, Sophia, Amelia, and Joseph. And I go to university in Texas, USA. When I was driving home, I saw a woman with messy long hair watching the cornfield. I then stopped bes- I then stopped the car beside her and said to her, "Excuse me, what are you doing here at night?" But she didn't answer nothing. She just stood and watched the cornfield. I asked her one more time, "Excuse me, do you need help?" But still didn't answer nothing. Then I said, "Excuse me!" She then turned her head and looked straight at me. Her eyes were red and just looked evil. I then looked at her fingers. She had long black nails. I then drove off before she captures me. I then looked every mirror, and when I looked at the top of the mirror, I saw it. She was there with a huge bee, and she was so fast. She then disappeared in the thin air, and then she showed up in the driver window. I then stopped the car. I then ran out of the car. After a few minutes of running, she then blocked my way, and she then showed her teeth. It was sharp, and she was smiling. I then heard a gunshot. It was my friends Brad, Liam, and Jake. She ran away into the forest. Then Jake said this to the woman, "Leave him alone, or I will call the cops." Then Brad said to me, "Get in the car." I then did what Brad said to me. Drive me home to my apartment. Liam asked me if I was okay. I then said yeah. I then asked Brad, Liam, and Jake if they knew something about her. Then both said yes, yeah. She was a pretty woman. She used to live in the cornfield, but she then died of cancer. When I heard that, I got scared, and when they dropped me off, I ran to my apartment and I got into the bathtub. I then went to bed, and I still remember her, and I still wonder what would happen if Brad, Liam, and Jake didn't save me.